Hello my friends, welcome to another episode of Path of Exile. My name is Wilfred. So some of you are kind of surprised that I've been playing Path of Exile these days because I know a lot of you have been following me through various kind of games, and quite often I do videos for Diablo 3 because that is a game that my wife and I and my friends are playing very actively. But recently I've been playing other games like Wusan and so on and so forth, and I suddenly have the urge at each saying that, well, I really want to play a real ARPG. Path of Exile is a really, really good game. I've always been saying that. There are some pros and cons when you compare the two of them. The two different spectrum of it, from Diablo 3 to Path of Exile. They are for different kind of people with the different audience, very, very different. But I happen to like them both. So I'll be doing a little bit of videos for D3, a little bit of Path of Exile, maybe a bit on Green Dawn as well. I'm still playing the D2 mod for the Reign of Terror. It's really fun so far. And the good thing is that, if you stay on my channel, you got to see some games that you don't normally play and got to experience what I've experienced. Alright, now I've been progressing through this game, and I think at the end of this video, you will see me reaching the end of Act 7, going into Act 8. It's pretty fun so far. It's really, really fun so far. Surprisingly, I've been doing this. My progress kind of surprised myself because unlike previous league, I've been doing quite a lot of trading in the past, and I do a lot of build copying in the past as well. But this league, I didn't do any of this. I did research a little bit on what kind of passive tree should a summoner do, but that's about it. And of course, one of my friends passed me the tabula rasa. It kind of helped for me to experiment kind of build. But by and large, a lot of things that I try to experiment myself, a lot of time I try to craft myself as well. So for example, if I get a decent gear, the first thing I always look for is to make sure that my defense is alright, because I think as a summoner, when the dam level is high enough, I can probably do quite a lot of damage just by the pets themselves. But I do make sure that I stay alive, my character. So I just make sure that my resistance are all capped at whatever level that they capped me at. Make sure that my life is pretty decent as well. So a lot of time when I get a gear whereby I get a decent resistance and so on, I prefer to have that. And if it doesn't have the sockets that I need or so on link that I just do a bit of crafting. So I make sure that I get more sockets out from the item. I'll try to link them. I'll try to change the color of the socket so that I can put some gems that I can play with. But by and large, it's been doing pretty well so far, and I do not know whether I can get to the end yet. My goal, like I said before, in this league is to get right to the end of the storyline, and I'll be really happy once I reach there. I do not know whether I can or not, but if I do get there, I'll probably do a video just to sum up what I've learned, what I've done with my summoner. And some of you may be also curious about Path of Exile, a little bit intimidated by the need to learn so many things or craft so many things or trade so many things, and I'm hoping that if I do get there, then I'll show you how I did it as a summoner, and that will probably help a lot of you to just start it first. I think this league is pretty decent to start. There's a lot of you see all this fog here. It is not a base game. Base game doesn't have all this fog. And it is a mechanic whereby they've added into the game, into this league. So what it does is that near the portal, there will be a gigantic portal that you cannot miss. To the end, if you stay on that, it will just fog up everything. So you just need to go where the fog is. Initially, I didn't kind of observe all these things, right? So first thing first is that at the lower left-hand corner, you can see the icon there, show you what kind of reward are you having. Are you having orbs? Are you having gear? Are you having essence or some currency, prophecy kind of thing? And that's on the left-hand side. On the lower right-hand side, I believe is thing that you can fast forward if you want to just skip it, I think. But by and large, what you need to do is just observe where the fog is, and just follow where the fog goes. If you're out of the fog area, you'll be. It will not be. I don't know why it's lagging right now. It's kind of strange. Yeah, it wasn't lagging like that when I was playing. So I was a little bit surprised. Maybe just my my software a little bit, or when I do a little bit of like editing there, it wasn't that laggish, by the way. So where was I? Yeah, I was saying that you just need to observe where all the fog is. Just follow the fog. And by the way, this fight is really hard. So what it does is that it forces you to stay in a very small area, and then all this like sparkle or lightning thing that would kind of like hit me, and it kind of kill off my zombie as well. But I'll get to that in just a bit. So back to the leak mechanic is that you follow the fog. There are some area whereby you can just go in through the fog as well. Some fog will go through the areas. But I'm still trying to learn like which area does the fog will pass through and which one doesn't. So yeah, so that is one that is happening right now. There's really a lot of like effects here. I mean, I didn't know when I was playing this until now. And now I want to struggle in this fight, and this is the only boss fight that I struggle. Is that my zombie are dying quite fast, and then I didn't really have the utility to resummon them. I think one of my friend Yoshi saying that I don't need to have the mana flask, because as a witch I should have enough mana. But the problem is that if my zombie start to die, I need to use Desecrate and I need to raise zombie, and because of the 6 links that I have on the zombie, it costs a lot of mana to resummon as well. And if I don't have mana flask, there's no way I could resummon all my zombies. So that's the reason why I need mana flask. So now back to the zombie raising is that once my zombie dies, I need to switch a weapon, because my Desecrate somehow doesn't belong to any of the them in my main weapon. So I need to switch my weapon, and then I need to use Desecrate and then summon the zombie one by one from it, and after that I need to switch the weapon back again to have my skeleton. So it's just one of those things that I kind of like need to juggle between the two. A bit not ideal, but it is just what it is. Yeah, so fortunately my zombie seems to be rather like tanky, except for that one particular boss fight whereby the lightning kind of thing just killed off all the zombies. But other than that, seems to be rather fine so far. I'm still testing how far I can push onto all these like a minion thing. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of passive tree research as well. Make sure my minions have enough sufficient resistance, sufficient kind of like damage and health and so on and so forth. But yeah, I mean, I'm still trying. That's why what this whole video is. By the way, there's this lead also have the cluster jewel as well, but I think that's really well beyond me. I think a lot of you who has been playing this game for a long time, you probably can do a bit more research or understanding of what the cluster jewelry is for your build and so on. I really can't. I don't have the mental capacity to understand the cluster jewelry and so on. So what it does is that you could modify the path that the passive tree that you have. You can customize and build your own cluster out from it as well. But I believe you need to have pretty extensive research on what kind of like cluster jewelry that will work for a class. I'm still catching up all the leaks. I think my last leak, if it's not for, I think my last league was Abyss, if I'm not wrong. So it's been quite a lot of leagues that I missed out. And a lot of things that I'm still quite shocked to me, like Delve. I'm still trying to figure out what am I supposed to do in Delve. There's a temple that I'm supposed to understand what the temple is. There's a beast that I've been capturing. I don't know what to do with them as well. So there's a lot of things that been happening since the last time I played Path of Exile. So I think what I mean to say is that the cluster jewel is probably the last thing I want to research right now. I don't know, maybe at the end of the league, when I'm more confident, I can do a little bit more research on those jewel, then I can have a go in it. Otherwise, I probably, if I reach the end game, like end of all the story, I'll be pretty happy. By the way, this fight is pretty epic. It's the last clip, a lot of, I mean, this is a really good boss design, right? If you think about it. Because a lot of people praise Wilson, that depends a lot of like a dodge mechanic and so on. But I'm not really impressed by the boss mechanic design of Wilson, whereby they go by 3 phases and so on. I mean, all these are also multi phases, but it doesn't like like you have to kill the boss and after that the boss respawn and after that phase 2, phase 3 kind of thing. But I mean, this is a really good mechanic here. Unfortunately, my zombie just not very good at avoiding all this kind of mechanic. But yeah, I mean, I mean that is really fun. So, well, thank you so much for all the support. Special shout out to my friend Closer to Heaven. Passed me a whole ton of currency. I don't know what to do with it yet, but if I do get to trade, I think I'm pretty sorted by then. So thank you so very much. I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.